So, second equation naman tayo. So, just to make it easier, let's copy the diagram. So, equation number 2. So, katulad ng ginawa natin, let's first get the equivalent of the individual forces. So, we only have two forces here. Fk2 is equal to K2. Since this K2, this spring number 2 is connected to both M1 and M2, kailangan natin gamitin yung case 2 formula, which is Y2 minus Y1. And then for Fm2, M2 d squared Y2 over dt squared. So, since wala tayong external force dito, yung force na dapat external force will be equivalent to 0. So, in writing the equation, we will write it as 0 is equal to Fk2 plus Fm2. So, if we substitute, 0 is equal to K2 Y2 minus Y1 plus M2 d squared Y2 over dt squared. So, if we take the Laplace transform on both sides, so yung 0 will be 0, yung K2 will be K2 Y2 of S, I'll distribute it na, minus K2 Y1 of S, plus yung sa M2 naman. So, this is, by the way, the second equation, second ODE. So, yung M2 will be M2 S squared Y2 of S. So, this is the Laplace transform, and we can further simplify it as ilalabas natin yung Y2 this time dahil mas common yung Y2 compared to Y1. So, Y2 of S times K2 plus M2S squared minus K2 Y1 of S. So, now we have two equations. Ito yung first one. And this is the second one. So, this is still not the transfer function of the system. Ito pa lang yung Laplace transform of the ODE of the individual masses. So, since transfer function, sabi natin dati, is equal to the Laplace transform of output over the Laplace transform of input. Where, ano ba yung output? Ang output natin dito is Y2. And ang input natin is yung Ft. So, it will be the Laplace transform of Y2 of S, of Y2 and Laplace transform of F of T. So, ano ba yung Laplace transform of Y2? That's Y2 of S over F of S. So, we need this. We need to get Y2 of S and F of S to get the transfer function. So, we have two equations, right? We can use both equations to eliminate Y1 of S dun sa ating equation. So, we won't eliminate M, B, and K because M, B, and K are coefficients to the equation. So, those are actually the parameters of your system. So, we keep it as is. So, we solve it by keeping only what's required, which are yung Y2 of S and yung F of S. Okay? So, let's copy. Ito yung equation 1. paste. Oh. Okay, anyway. Okay, finally. And then the other one. Okay, anyway, andyan naman na siya. So, let's just write here as equation 1 and 2. So, yan yung gagamitin natin. So, we can actually use equation 2 to substitute for the value of y1 in equation 1. So, nung ibig sabihin nun, kukunin natin tong y1, ilalagay natin siya sa isang side para kung ano man yung y1, isa-substitute natin dito sa y1 dito. So, pag na-substitute natin, mai-eliminate na natin yung y1. Ang matitira sa atin is f of s and y2. So, let's try to do that. Let's first work on equation number 2. So, ililipat natin tong y1 sa kabilang side. So, magiging positive na to. So, k2 y1 of s is equal to y2 of s times k2 plus m2s squared. And then we will divide both sides by k2. And that leaves us with y1 of s is equal to y2 of s k2 plus m2s squared over k2. Or let's just rewrite this as sorry, 1 over k2. Okay. And now we have y1. We will use this value to substitute for equation 1. So, fs is equal to, what is y1? y1 is y2 of s times k2 plus m2s squared 1 over k2. So, I'll just put it something like this para hindi ma-confuse na s yan. So, yan ay ano lang, parang ganito. That's only the notion that we are in S domain. Okay, so ito yon times m1s squared plus bs plus k1 plus k2 minus k2 y2 of s. Now we are left with the variables y2 and fs. y2 of s and fs. Okay. Yung iba naman is k, m, k, m, b, k, k. So, ang sabi ko, hindi sila ini-eliminate because they are actually coefficients. So, what we'll do is f of s is equal to y2 of s times one over k2. Pinagpalit ko lang. k2 plus m2s squared times m1s squared plus bs plus k1 plus k2 minus k2. So, this one is from here. Finactor out lang natin yung y2. And then, again, Laplace, our transfer function, sabi is y2 of s over fs. So, we have here fs and y2 of s na factored out na. We just need to put f of s as a denominator to this and get rid of all of this. So, to get rid of all of this, we will divide both sides by this entire term. Okay? So, that will be y2 of s over f of s. is equal to 1 over K2 plus M2S squared M1S squared plus BS plus K1 plus K2 minus K2. Or, we can write this as so 1 over, magiging nasa taas yung K2 over K2 plus M2S squared M1S squared plus BS plus K1 plus K2 minus K2. Okay, so now this is our transfer function. This is the entire transfer function for this system.